Bonjour greaseballs et bienvenue sur la scène de Drag Race France saison 3. My name is Joshita and I am your lovely co-host to our beautiful Princess Capella.
Hi.
And did I just pop my cherry?
That was so good. You did a great job. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. Take over now.
Today, we will overanalyze this week's episode of Drag Race France saison 3. Oh my gosh. Last week, we had the cabaret show. And in the top was Magnetica, Normabelle, and Leona Winter, with our winner being Norma.
Bottoms. We love a good bottom. Were Edia Noire, Aphrodite Amour. Another person was the other bottom. Ending up with a lip sync between Edia Noire and Aphrodite Amour, with Edia Noire winning the lip sync and sending our first queen packing, Aphrodite Amour.
It was really heartbreaking watching this back when I was editing the first video and seeing just like how happy and beautiful and shining and full of life that Aphrodite was.
I know.
Then it was really sad.
I kind of think that the photo thing is kind of cute, that they all have to like stare at the photo of the bitch who won last week.
Yes, it's very cult-like. And did you notice that when Edia is cleaning off the mirror, her wig falls off? Because we were kikiing about her gripping onto that wig.
She never let go of it. And I said the same. I screeched when it happened. I was like, that's why, bitch, that's why.
I want to address Nikki's outfit in the Nikki mail.
It's a cut.
It's rotted.
This week, our mini challenge, which is to throw a boom, which means a party or whatever in French, which is like something like musical chairs where they have to like dance on this platform, and when the music stops, they have to like play like floor is lava and jump on something that isn't the floor.
It's kind of like a mixture between the floor is lava and musical chairs. And I had never heard the term boom meaning party before. Is
Really?
that like in English, like a shindig or like...
I think it's more like for like young people. Yeah, it's more like a jam fest or like a...
Okay, like a rave or something?
No, just like a little house party, I guess.
If you are French, let us know in the comments.
Tell us what a boom is.
The song that is playing for this... It's like the worst song you've ever heard in your life, right?
The backing vocals.
Yeah.
Ow.
What was that?
It was so good. I loved it. Oh my god, particularly Le Philippe was giving us realness, was giving us Womana and her look.
Yeah, sure.
Some of them I was afraid they were going to get hurt during this because like, well, Perseo, definitely almost did because Edia laid on top of her.
That was crazy. I was like, if you are just on top of get off.
What are you doing? Get off!
Get off of her! And Misty was full on like doing parkour onto the tables.
Misty makes me cringe, kind of.
You were like in love with her last episode. Are we breaking up?
We've broken up. I'm ghosting. And Misty ends up winning. And then there's this really awkward moment where she wins a slow dance with Nikki.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It's like, okay, you don't win anything. We don't have budget for that here, but...
Dance with me.
It's time for the talent show featuring the girls from season 2 are coming back. Who are the standouts?
Well, definitely Kiona. I was staring at her nonstop and it was like, how did she get that to be so fucking smooth? And I really, really enjoyed Cookie Cunty's kind of like anime cat, like short blue wig situation. Oh, Moon!
Live for Moon. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Yeah, and she's fully like a video game character with that hair. She looks like a Kunari. Peach was dressed like Voldemort.
Yes! I forgot. They were all so good.
Crazy. I love that.
The bearded Voldemort? Are you kidding? C'est l'heure du talent show.
It is time for the talent show, and we start off with a bang with Paseo, Paseo.
Paseo, paseo.
I mean, this was like who we were the most excited for last week, knowing the reputation of the Canary Island Queens and having seen like Drag Setlas on España and kind of having that expectation going into this. And of course, we have the insane shoes, the body out, ass out, just pounding the pussy into the pavement. She has to have like an adamantium taint or like how and like just like watching the way that her limbs just like it was unbelievable to watch, like so good. Obviously, Paseo is in Slayana.
Slayana all day.
Having the comparison of like Drag Vulcano and Drag Setlas, I expected way fucking more.
Wow, okay.
I thought this was messy. I thought it was something we've definitely seen before. Maybe just not on Drag Race France.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was no like routine really. It was like, I'm not saying that there needed to be choreography, but it felt like there wasn't necessarily even really a plan. I've got Perseo and Cut Your Wigs Up this week.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling
Perseo
you.
is gonna find you.
I know. Wait till we get to the runway. Okay, I had to get that off my chest. But up next, we have Edia Noir, who has this kind of like acting spoof kind of moment where she's got like a voiceover, like disembodied voice, where she's coming in and she is auditioning for a role. And she's kind of doing the things that the voice says. But honestly, this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I was like, oh shit, she's going to come out here and do what exactly? But yeah. I don't know. She honestly did get a couple of laughs from the judges, and I thought I even laughed a couple times. I've actually got her in But Is It Fashion?
But Is It Fashion?
It was like a little bit of physical comedy skit, and it was kind of funny. I always wonder a little bit, like, how much of this does get lost in translation, and I would love people to let us know, like, if you are a native French speaker, how funny was this? Because, like, I'm reading it with subtitles, so, you know, are there things that are happening that are, like, subverting someone's expectations and make it that much funnier, whereas, like, I'm reading it, so I know what's going to happen? But even that being said, like, it was okay. It was kind of funny. I think it probably in person was much funnier. I do have her in But Is It Fashion?
But Is It Fashion?
Suivant is Lula Strega, who did a little bit of burlesque and kind of a lip sync, but also didn't get naked. Yeah. So it was just like a revealing of, I mean, it was almost kind of poetry plus a burlesque act where it was just pulling petals off of the flower.
Yeah.
It was okay. I think I probably didn't really get it. So I have it in Cut Your Wigs Up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
I feel like there was not a lot of effort that went into this performance. It didn't even feel like burlesque to me, to be honest. It felt more like a weird spoken word beatnik thing. Like,
yeah, maybe beatnik is a better word for it.
I will give her points for always being on beat with the music. She was really on with that. But I didn't really see a lot of other merit. I actually have Lula, who's one of my favorites, in Drag Delusion this week.
Drag Delusion, girl.
Norma Bell, who did like a traditional dance, and she is from, I can't remember. La Réunion.
La Réunion. Mm-hmm.
So it's like a traditional island dance, which I love when anytime a queen can like come in, and especially ones that like are very small, kind of like just like don't get that platform a lot of the times. And this is, I think, one of those instances. I thought it was really cool to see something like this. And honestly, the only thing that I really disliked about it was the vocals. Like, the vocals were kind of really not great for me. But the dancing was really good, and like I really enjoyed everything else. So I've got Norma Bell in But Is It Fashion this week.
But is it fashion?
I have the same note about like the weird auto-tuned warbly music. Maybe that was a cultural decision too. I don't know. Auto-tune is my culture.
You fucking bitch.
But no, the dancing itself was really good. And also, like, that was her hair. I mean, the hair was so beautiful
So
on
good.
this. It was just, like, the perfect curly texture, and it was so, like, bouncy and gorgeous with the dancing. I actually have her in All Right Mama.
All right.
Ruby Anzanel, who is playing Frederick fucking Chopin.
Chopin.
And, okay, as a classically trained musician, this is what I'm going to say, right? It's obvious that she's a fairly good piano player, but if you're going to make this your talent show on this kind of a platform, I feel like there either needs to be a gag,
Yep.
and the gag can't just be, I'm in drag, right? Because everybody's in drag and everybody's doing their thing. So if you're going to do something that's like kind of boring, you have to be amazing at it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to come out here and play Chopin and that's all you're going to do, like, you need to slay the Chopin, okay? And we have the next girl coming up, which is a good example of how to do the slay. Like, it has to be really, really on it. And I give her major props for coming out and, like, playing a classical number, because something like that's really nerve-wracking.
Right.
But, and I love Ruby, but she isn't Cut Your Wigs Up this week.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
You're being really nice to all the queens this week, I feel like.
Oh my gosh. No. I'm scared.
No, yeah, I feel like this was kind of like on the same level as Lula's performance for me. Like, there was not enough thought or effort put into the whole act. Like you said, you can't just do it. There has to be a punchline to the joke. There has to be a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, something that, sets it apart from just a piano playing performance. And then she also messed up the notes once or twice. Yeah. And I really enjoy her a lot. I've got her in Drag Delusion.
Drag Delusion, girl.
Leonta Wintress, okay? This bitch is amazing. Okay, can you, first of all, side note, did you ever imagine we would have, this is the third queen who we've seen sing opera on the franchises, and they've all been amazing. Like, you could see, like, all of that in her face. She was feeling it, and she had, like, oh my god, she was so good. You're like, this is what this bitch came here to do. And it was just, like, one of those moments. She was, like, dressed for the part. I didn't like the wig, but I'm looking past that because she blew me away with her vocals. I've got Leona Winter in Slayana.
Slayana all day.
Leona was singing Puccini's Nessun Dorma, which is like a really, really well-known song. And she's singing it up an octave, which is just slay. Like, normally it's just like a tenor song, but she's singing it up an octave because she's that bitch. And this is what I'm saying. If you're gonna come out and your only thing is I'm in drag, you have to be at the level that it's like, not only am I out here and I'm in drag, but this is what I do. Like, sit back, like, it has to be. And it was just like effortless. It was so good. Obviously, Slayana Majora.
Slayana all day.
Slayana Majora.
Labia Majora.
Labia Slayana Majora.
Oh, God, where are we? Leonta.
Labia Slayana.
Labia Slayana Majora. That's actually, Slayana Majora would be a great drag name.
I want to die. I love it.
Oh my god.
Slayana all day.
Nextly is Magnetica. Maybe I am being, like, too nice. Okay. Magnetica is singing live. And again, this is something I really, really have to, like, kudos to you, Mama, for doing that, for spilling, right? Because it's really, like, scary to sing live. And I think, and maybe I'm delusional, that Magnetica was judged so harshly for this performance, and I don't really think it was that bad. One of her dancers fell. Okay,
Not her fault.
That's not her fucking fault, right? And like, I don't know, maybe because like I feel a very deep personal connection to Magnetica, being like a non-binary alien singer, whatever I am as well. And I thought she did a like very serviceable job. She could have ramped up the energy a little bit, sure, but I have her in But Is It Fashion, like at the top.
What is it, fashion?
I agree. 100% boots down, mama, bare back.
Good.
I was so confused about her critiques. I was like, how is this happening right now? The only thing is that, yeah, it could have used some more energy, but like, she didn't fall. Her dancer fell, but she didn't fall. She was singing live, and like Norma didn't sing live. Ruby couldn't sing live, and she really didn't mess the vocals up at all. She did a really good job singing, and like I don't know, I just don't get it this week with Magnetica. I've actually got her in All Right Mama.
All right.
Good.
Good, bitch!
Good.
Up next we have Le Philippe doing some stand-up. And bitch, this never works out. This
Right?
was so good. I was like, okay, I am placing you in my favorite basket now, because this alone really kind of opened her up to me, and like, oh, I know that character. I know who you are. And I am here. I'm buying a ticket for it. I'm already here buying a ticket. I loved this. I thought it was clever. I thought it showed that she has intelligence. It's not just a look queen situation. I have Le Philippe in All Right Mama this week.
All right.
What was super impressive about the stand-up routine to me was that she was going at 100 miles an hour. Like, she never fumbled a joke, and it was just bam, bam. Like, that pace was set at the very beginning, and she kept with it the entire time. Mm-hmm. And she, like, threw in a dig at Daphne at one point, you know, like, it was, like, so good. And it was so funny. It was, I mean, yeah, like, I was already obsessed with her last week, and now, like, oh my god, bitch. She should get a restraining order. I also have Le Philippe in All Right Mama.
All right.
Misty Phoenix, who is doing some ballet. Starts off with, like, actual ballet on point, and then goes into more of a modern kind of dance routine. The dancing was insane. Like literally looked crazy. The way she was kind of just, like, flopping around. It was kind of hectic, but I could, like, see the vision of it, which I think was still pretty good. I could see that style of dancing, like, being crazy in a girl group challenge or, like, in a lip sync. So I'm excited to see it not paired with ballet. So I have her in But Is It Fashion?
What is it, fashion?
This also kind of just fortified my cringe factor with her for some reason. I don't know.
I'm loving this.
Like, the wig looked horrible. It made her head look weirdly round, but it also had, like, a big bump. I don't know. It was unforgivable to me. And then the whole, like, I just don't think it fits her personality. Like, I don't see her as a bad bitch. You know what I mean? So, like, her going from the ballet to, like, a bad bitch dance performance, I didn't buy it. Mm-hmm. And again, I kind of feel the same way about Misty's performance that I do for Perseo, and that I don't feel like in the part that the part after the ballet, which was more modern, I don't think there was really a plan. I don't think there was a lot of choreo going on. I think she was like, I'm going to do a split at one point, I'm going to land on my knees at another point, and then the rest I'm just going to kind of look cute and strut around. I don't know. I've got her in Cut Your Wigs Up.
Cut your fucking wigs up.
I think I'm just nice about talent shows because I have trauma from being in talent shows online and never winning.
We did a talent show together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't win.
I'm cursed. Like, I'm literally cursed. From, like, going back, I have stories of, like, talent shows in, like, 8th grade where my sister and I got, like, our entire school into a mosh pit, like, rocking out, and then, like, we didn't even place in the top 3 of, like, an 8th grade talent show.
Okay.
I will never win a talent show in my life. That is our tier list for this week. If you disagree, please let us know.
Write us a letter.
Send us an email.
Starting off the runway this week, we have our guest judge, Virginie Efira, who is obviously some sort of really seasoned actress and gets fucking nominated for everything. And I think she's bringing that. I think she's bringing kind of like bad bitch powerhouse to the runway here. She's got a power suit on. She's got a power pose going on. She looks kind of natural makeup wise. I think she looks beautiful. I'm gonna give this a Grease for sure.
It's simple, but it's very elegant. It's very chic. She doesn't look like overdone or overstyled. It's like understated in a really nice way. Grease. Kitty smile. Excuse me.
Yes.
It's so good. Like, okay, jean on jean, love, live. Like, and is this? I think it's two pieces. It almost looks like a jumper, but I do think it is just two pieces that match very well.
Yeah, it is.
And he's wearing a fucking elf ears and gold glitter. Like, hello?
And the wig.
Grease? Are you there?
This was like probably one of my absolute favorite looks. Like I love Kitty so much. Yeah, everything you said and then some. Please come over my house. Kitty smile.
Oh my God.
Grease. Up next, we have good old Nikki Doll. This is beautiful. I love this look. And with like the big, huge fascinator on top, like it dwarfs her actually. And I love the grandeur of it all. I think it's really cute. I like the turban. I like every single part of this. Boobies and all. Mega Grease. Mega Grease.
This can look so cheap and bad, and we have seen this like wearing a bunch of, big eyes as a garment look so cheap and bad before on Drag Race. And this is like so amazing. And the train that's like wrapped around her wrist with the pink details and that big like gem or something, like I die. It is so good. Grease. Like my eyes are down here. Daphne Burki is wearing some sort of cowboy inspired fringe with like a cowboy hat. I love it.
I do too.
Whatever is going on, it's amazing. It's a Grease. I'm actually can't wait for a gross from the judges. It's gonna be...
Dude, I don't know if I'll get one. I kind of love this, to be honest. I really don't know what the idea of it is. It's maybe it's just all extra, so much fringe in Texas that you just can't even see the outfit. Maybe that's what it's gonna be. I love it either way. I'm definitely greasing this. Up next, we have the star of the Paris Opera, the l'Opéra de Paris, Guillaume Diop. And he is giving us mega long denim trench coat tees. And just like this simple, like, tank top jeans underneath, that really classic kind of like dude in a mechanic shop sort of kind of look. Oh, I love it. A definite Grease.
This outfit is great. It again is like understated in a way that is like still so fashion and interesting with the huge coat. Grease. Our runway theme is couture vivante, living fashion. Up first, we have Adia Noir. Now, let's talk about chin straps, because I do have like a double chin strap situation very frequently. Why, though? Not sure if it's supposed to be a robot. I dislike immensely this outfit. I think the top half could have been alright. Bottom half bad. Yucky bye. The glove is pretty cool.
Yucky bye.
Yuck bye. The glove is pretty cool, but the makeup doesn't make sense to me, and the wig is no. Unfortunately, Adia, I'm gonna have to gross this.
I did not think it was that bad like you did. I like her booties. I didn't mind the wig either. She had a whole story. explained to us what she was. Something about a pharmaceutical exec and hypnotizing children and sucking up their youth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, with her titties. I don't know. I'm not really moved by it. I'm giving this a nooch. Le Philippe, who is giving us like the Jetsons tea, in my opinion, kind of. Like she is the Rosie like maid robot where she like does the cooking and she is like giving us Soleil Tinta the whole time while she does it. And I think this is part of her like blasé sort of attitude where she's like, yeah, I'll fucking spray whipped cream all over myself on the runway. Like, fuck, sure. And then the attitude she had to go along with it, how she sold this look, was so good. I'm giving this a mega grease.
Judy Jetson Hooker.
Yes.
Robot sex maid.
Yeah.
So good. I love any type of like retro futuristic type look. Well, okay, I shouldn't say I always love it because it can be absolutely rotten and horrible. But this is really, really cute. The shoes detract from it just ever so slightly. But everything else is great. And I mean, like, the little moving part with the whisk and the moving boobies.
Boobs.
It just looks great. Body looks great. Grease.
What's wrong with the shoes?
They don't match. They're like they're purple.
She's got some purple on her wrist, I think.
Okay, well, I think a go-go boot would have been sickening. Next up, we have Leona Winter. Oh. So this is like kind of a steampunk. We've got some smoke going on.
Yeah.
I just really, 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 really dislike the wig on this because it was kind of like, it wasn't pieced together, so like the waves were falling apart, and that was really distracting for me. And it's also like when you're doing a finger wave or like a Marcel wave, sometimes the wig itself can be like really small for the volume, and it doesn't always work when you're wearing something like so big. The outfit itself is like, I guess it's well done for a steampunk kind of theme, but that's something I'm really sick of seeing, so I might judge it somewhat unfairly. Unfortunately for all the fans out there, this is going to be a nooch.
The hair is too small. It needs to be, like, I don't know. It doesn't need to be, like, wider, like, rounder or anything. It just needed more volume. Other than that, she looks great. Her mug is stamped. She always looks good. I do think this is a little bit of a tired theme look. We have beaten this to death, I mean, with our Canada reviews, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. The hat doesn't... These shoes bother me more than Le Philippe's shoes, because they don't match.
They don't.
Yeah, Nuccerini. Lula Strega, who, oh my god, is giving us Mother in the Attic turned into a moth. Oh my god, 1920s, giving cunt. She is amazing. I love this look so much. And like when she walked down the runway, I didn't obviously know that these were gonna move and everything. And when they did start moving, I was like, oh, are they gonna be like good? It looked seamless. Yeah. Another controlling with her Kegels moment. I was like, right. That is amazing. This is so good. Amazing. Super, super grease.
Her mug is so stamped in this, and I love the like spit curls on the wig. The story worked really well, and the moving part of it wasn't super like manufactured or overdone, which made the presentation itself look like really seamless. So the presentation went over really well. Yeah, it's like so elegant and just cute. Grease. Magnetica, who has a little freak situation.
Did you just have
I was trying to think of a joke. I don't know. It's late. I really, really like this. It's very Club Kid with the like all the mixed patterns. And the way that she came out with the mask and then has the super colorful makeup on was really, really cute. Yeah, this is absolutely a grease.
Yeah, she's giving us like a circus freak situation. I really like it. I think it's really well put together. Like, it's obviously that she
Yeah.
put a good amount of work into this, and it was well thought out. I love those big fat chunky boots.
Yes.
If I had to give it a critique, it would be I wish that the horns were pointed up more a little bit than forward. But I get it because that's what they kind of look like in real life. So I'm greasing this for sure. Misty Phoenix giving us kind of like, I don't know, like angelic, mechanical, heavenly, celestial moment. I'm not super mad at this look. I personally don't like the wig, but the look actually, like, it, all of the movement looked natural and kind of like a little bit understated. I really enjoyed this, to be honest. Even though she makes me cringe like every time I look at her. Grease.
I thought it was weird that this is another part of the show where the judges were really harsh about this outfit. Like, they hated this outfit. I actually thought it was really pretty. I don't know. Like, am I missing something?
I don't know. I'm
Like,
with you.
I thought all the movement went well. And, I mean, her hair and makeup looks fine. Like, I really can't find anything, I guess, bad about this look. Like, this is a Grease, and I don't know what the judges are thinking. Norma Bell, who is giving us some Volcano Bride of Frankenstein. Now, obviously, the lava did not work for this outfit, which really sucked ass. And watching her face when she realized it wasn't going to happen was just like, oh God, sucked really, really hard. I feel so bad. And it's also really disappointing because I wanted to see goo go like all over or whatever. Without the reveal, I think the hair and makeup and the nails are gorgeous. I would still give this a Grease. The wig is too far back. I think this might be a recurring kind of thing with her because the lace is also kind of lifting.
Yep.
So.
No. No. No, ma'am. I'm sorry that it didn't work in that I didn't get to see this ugly dress covered in something other than what it already is. I don't want to discredit her because she did make it, but she also made it so that it didn't work. So that's on her.
Yeah.
And you're right. The wig's too far back. It's lifting. It looks strange a little bit. Gross.
Well, damn.
Well, goddamn. Up next, we have Perseo. Okay, yeah. This is like cardboard, crab claws, and 3 misshapen titties on your crotch. This, to me, lacks a level of polish. There is a definite, and I can see a glimmer of it. There's a definite glow up that Perseo can have and probably should have and will have, whatever. And I could see Perseo doing a look like this and just having it be right, but this is not it. The bubbles were cool. The helmet was cool that she like borrowed it and everything, but it like didn't look like it fit right very well. It was just, I don't know. It was very rough around the edges in my opinion. I grossed this actually.
No, I do get what you're saying because, like, there's over the top and then there's, like, too over the top. And I think this is, like, the claws don't necessarily match the actual main garment, and the main garment doesn't necessarily, like, the shades of green all don't necessarily go together.
Yeah.
And so it's not, like, harmonious. And it is kind of clumsy looking in a way, or for like what we're used to seeing, because the way that the garment itself, like the dress fits, seems like it's an interesting shape, right? It's not what we're used to kind of seeing like an hourglass. It's you know, a little bit different. I love the 3 titties. They are kind of misshapen and weird, but I just love that there's 3 tits. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe if she had boobs on her claws that were spitting out bubbles,
Grease.
bubble boobies. I don't know.
Bubble
Maybe then-
boobies.
Maybe that would have. There's something there. Maybe I don't know. But I agree. It is a little bit, like, off. I am still going to grease it.
I figured you would.
I have questionable taste level. It's fine.
I heard that about you.
Finally, Ruby on the Nail comes out in, this might be like an iris, maybe? She's a bunch of flowers.
Yeah, and then there's lavender on the inside.
The moving part itself, I guess, was kind of simple, but I thought it was really elegant. I thought this was really beautiful. The presentation, her like mug is beautiful. Her hair is gorgeous. The chest hair with the flowers, I think, just looks divine.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a grease.
There's just something very magnetic about Ruby on the Nail.
Like her face.
It's her face. It is her face.
Yeah.
Like my notes about her on the runway and in the lip sync, you can cut that out, is that her face just like pulled me in. Her mug looks so beautiful. Like she looks gorgeous. I don't know what it is about her, but I feel like she's got it. She just needs to like pump it up. I'm gonna definitely grease this.
It's because she's a software developer.
For the chest hair.
Yeah, it's also the chest hair. We're both just like filthy, disgusting dick pics. In the bottom is Misty. Kind of. I don't know. They're like, oh, Misty, we loved your talent show, but we hate your outfit. So it's like,
you don't have any soul.
Right. And then Ruby and Magnetica and Norma. So there's like 4 bottoms, kind of.
Yeah.
And then the top is Louis Philippe, Perseo, and Leona Winter.
Leona Wintress.
Leona Wintress.
Leona Wintress.
Would you like to announce who our winner is?
So our winner is Perseo, which
Perseo.
I mean, I don't know. I would have picked somebody else, to be honest, if it were me, but like, congrats to her. She deserves it.
I think part of it is like you have a skewed view of what Perseo did, because you're used to seeing like Sethless,
Yeah.
who is like continually tops themselves in performance and like has given some of the best performances I've ever seen on Drag Race.
Yeah.
And then to see Perseo, who is not like dropping from a fucking rag on the ceiling.
Right.
You know. So I think that's part of it. But yeah, I mean, we don't have our own show, so it's like...
Right. So Perseo wins, and that's what we have to deal with. In our bottoms, we have Ruby on the Nail and Magnetica. 2 of my favorites.
I know! My, like, gay heart is pounding.
I was just
Scared.
praying for a minute that they were going to put Norma in the bottom, because I was like, don't put Ruby there, too. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
The lip sync song is Gigi L'Amoroso by Dalida. Very Italian, as you can tell from the lip sync.
Yeah.
But obviously also a very kind of like beloved artist and song to the French culture. And it was interesting. It was very theatrical.
Yes.
It was very... But bitch, Ruby had me. From the beginning, mama. Ruby was like... I was like, okay, yeah, I'm at your show. Go on.
The song, it just seemed like so suited to what Ruby does, because she does seem like, I mean, we don't know much about her just yet, but she seems so theatrical, and the way that she's just like serving the face, I was ensorcelled.
I believed it was her. I believed she was
Yes.
Gigi L'Amoroso.
Magnetica is like, I am the biggest fan of this song ever, and I'm also gonna turn it.
And did, for sure. Like, I
Yes.
did not think that there was a lack or a weakness on Magnetica's part by any means. I thought she did a really good job.
I've never heard this song before.
Me neither.
In the middle of it, there's this like huge spoken word section.
And they
which
both
was
nailed it.
Amazing. Yes. It was so good. I was just like, how are they going to pick a winner of this lip sync? And inside of me, I'm like, this has to be a double Shantae.
We don't get that lucky in the international seasons all the time.
I know. Sorry.
Sorry.
Ruby wins. And like, she deserved it, of course.
Yeah, she did.
And I love Ruby, but my alien non-binary heart shattered into a million pieces like a gay broken disco ball because Magnetica, I think, just had so much to show, and I am like devastated that she is going home.
Yeah, it felt like too soon for her. I was like, God
It really
damn
did.
it. There was obviously some shit she would have slayed down the line too. So it was definitely sad, but maybe All Stars or versus the world or something.
But it's not all sadness today. We have to award our best hair, best mug, and best dressed for the week. Joshita, who do you have for best hair?
Best hair this week, I actually picked Kitty Smile. I am like so in love with him. I loved the look. I absolutely love the look. We don't see that a lot of like, especially on the American seasons, the judges playing around like that. I loved it. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. So I picked Kitty.
Best hair this week, I have Le Philippe for their look in the challenge, in the talent show.
Who do you have for best mug?
I have Lula Strega in the final runway with runway look.
Yes.
So beautiful. They really are like stamped on the mug.
I actually have Ruby just because of like everything I said in the video so far. Like she's sucking me in over there. She's hypnotizing me. Her face
She's sucking you off.
She's sucking me off up in here. But no, I love her. I love it. I definitely picked Ruby this week.
And best dressed, who is it?
I picked Lula Strega this week for her 1920s Woman in the Attic moth look.
Moth alert.
Moth mama.
Best dressed, I have Magnetica.
Oh, that's so sad.
I thought her outfit was so cool. And the makeup also was amazing. Everything together was just like amaze.
It was a pretty good episode.
And next week is the ball. Just when I thought, oh, maybe I'll get caught up on editing video.
Woo! We get another really long one.
And there's like a phone ringing.
Do you know what I think it might be?
What?
I hope it's something like the Golden Beaver.
That would be really fun. That would be so fun.
I hope it's something that can actually like change something up a little bit.
Do you have anything else to say? Speak now or forever hold your grease.
Please like, subscribe, and comment to our little videos, mommy.
We'll see you guys next week.